I really like how listening to the right song can just give me good vibes. And I usually turn my music up really loud because I like to feel it. Like, I like really heavy bass and everything. I don't know, it just kind of lets me get myself lost in the music and use it as my safe space.
The way it can change any mood. I could be feeling any type of way, the worst feeling you could possibly feel or imagine. But I turn on music and my whole demeanor changes.
In 1973, DJ Kool Herc set up his turntables at a Bronx house party to introduce his own technique and style of music.
On that night, hip-hop was born, and music as the world knew it changed forever.
Since that day, many genres have entered the stage, each of them presenting their own right of freedom, liberating people of color, specifically African Americans, from the harsh realities we know to be true.
Music has truly moved us and given us a voice even when we're silenced by the world. Today, we'll be interviewing Sincere Hunt, Kyla LaShawn, and Young Pond, and discussing how their pursuit of music has changed their lives and the lives of those in their own communities.
My name is Kyla Guyan. Oh, well, my music name is Kyla LaShawn, but my name is Kyla Guyan. Where I'm from Ernle, North Carolina. It's a very small town in eastern North Carolina, 25.
How does your music connect with you? Well, with you and the Black community and culture?
I feel like when I write music, that's probably when I'm in my most authentic form. And I think that just that is what connects me to Black culture because I'm Black. So showing up in my full self, however I do it.
Yeah.
That's how that's how that comes out. And yeah.
What genre or genres of music do you associate with the most?
I will say, while I do make R&B / neo soul music, I am influenced by different genres.
Right.
So Black gospel quartet. I grew up on that. I was in a quartet group growing up. So sometimes how I phrase my lyrics or how I make sounds when I sing, that's where that comes from. Just gospel choir in general, because I was always in choir. Black jazz, Black swing. I'm also a band kid. So that comes out into it too. And I think that all of those genres are very personal to Black people. We created most genres of Black music or music period, but gospel music and jazz, those really resonate with pain and, transformation and creating new things. And so, yeah, those are some of the genres that I connect with heavily.
That is definitely incorporated into our Black culture, especially from even slave times to now. So what are 2 songs you have done that you think have impacted the culture of Black music and connects to those of color?
I think, a song that I've done, it's not out yet, so it hasn't, connected to Black culture yet, but I do feel it will. It's called Midnight Hour, and it's gonna be on my project, and the chorus of the song, it's a cover of is it Hezekiah Walker? I don't know, the late in the midnight hour. He's gonna turn it around and around. Yeah, the chorus kind of models that, but more so talking about making it through a dark time and not having anyone to lean on in the moment or not being able to see who I can lean on in the moment. And I think a lot of us deal with that. Even if we're surrounded by people and we with our people, the people we love, sometimes it's hard to get out of whatever you're going through to see the love that's around you. So yeah, that and another, Fake Love. Fake Love is out. Fake Love isn't really an outwardly political or pro-Black song, but it's definitely pro-Black femme. Setting the boundaries that you want in a relationship and being strong on that and just doing what you want and not necessarily letting nobody run over you and run the show this is my show. And I think that's empowering to Black people and Black femme people also.
Are there any Black artists that you look up to for inspiration and motivation? And if so, who and why?
I look up to Ari Lennox. I think Ari Lennox is like so hard, and she sings, clearly I don't know her, but she seems like she's very authentic with like how she interacts with press and like the music that she makes and how she expresses herself. And that's been really big for me because it's hard to like get in front of people and show yourself. But she does it like so gracefully and not whitewashed. It's hard. She's very, very much her. So her, I mean, there are lots. Janet Jackson, love Janet Jackson. I feel like she did the same thing, just in a different time period. I can't think of folks right now, but yeah, my home dog Chasen Sparks. She's a rapper here in Greensboro, and again, like very authentically herself. She from the country, so she don't hide that. And yeah, she be popping her stuff, and it's inspiring.
My last and final question for you, which is important to me, is what does music in the Black culture mean to you? Because music in the Black culture is such a significant thing through thousands of years, but right now, just you being an artist and experiencing music and the fans and the critics and things like that, what does music in the Black culture truly mean to you?
I feel like with history and with Black history specifically, like there are a lot of things that can be changed and tainted, and sometimes like the powers that be can take the context out of certain things. But I feel like with Black music, it's always been like exactly what it is. Like the song from beginning to end is whatever the artist meant for it to be, and that travels through time in a way that like some of our history doesn't get to travel through time. And most of the time, like you can listen to Black music in a time period and kind of see what was going on, because it reflects what was going on around them, like their real life conditions. So yeah, I think music is important because that's just the one thing that you can't change. Like if you go listen to the song, it is what it is. And I think that's real important. And like, it's just an extension of oral history. Like we've always passed history through song. We've always passed history through stories. And you know, everything can't be written down. Everything can't be put on Instagram or like, you know, but sharing music is a way to like, yeah, send those messages through time. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, definitely the Black culture, just being able to have music in the Black culture through slavery, it helped us through hard times, it helped us through emotional strains. It allows us to get messages for Black people that can relate and understand.
Right.
But also in any genre of Black music, it gives a story and a reason as to what and how we've gone through things or what we would experience right then and there personally or as a nation or as a culture. Again, I appreciate you for taking your time out of interviewing with me and taking this time to actually give us a story on who you are, your background, and your music. Again, Kyla, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing and hearing your music going forward. Thank you.
For sure, thank you.
I go by the name Sincere Hunt. I'm a rapper based out of Nashville, part of the collective called The Database.
What got you first into making music?
I've always had a knack for writing. When I was younger, probably 13, 14, I picked up poetry. And it wasn't until one of my friends actually bought a mic and he was like, I'd like to test this out. He wanted to be an engineer and producer. And so I started writing music, and then it went well for me.
What inspires you to make music now that you're already making music? What inspires you to keep going?
I feel like nothing inspires me more than my friends nowadays, saying how love it, like, you know, they do, how much effort they put into it. It makes them kind of want to keep up, in a sense, because they work hard. I mean, I feel like I work hard sometimes, but they, you know.
If you could go and open for any artist, who would it be?
My top three would be Earl Sweatshirt,
Okay.
J. Cole, or Kendrick Lamar. Those are like my top three influences. They've been around, they've gotten me through the toughest times, you know. I moved around a lot as a kid, and their music always stayed with me.
You recently had a project come out titled Punch. Can you tell us a little bit about that single and about maybe the music video or the creative process for that?
Okay, so me and Sad, it's featuring another, person in the database.
You told us about him in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So we made that when we first met, probably the top of the pandemic. So probably like 2020.
Okay.
And honestly, it wasn't ever going to come out. But then once I moved out to Tennessee, everybody convinced me, that should
Work on that, yeah.
Yeah, so once I moved here, actually, no, I was visiting before I moved here, visiting for a place to stay. My friend, 303 Jack, he's also a part of the collective. He said he wanted to shoot a video for it. So, he came up with the treatment, and then me and Sab saw with it, and then we're like, black and white. So now I'm on this whole black and white phase that I really love. It reminds me of the LA Noir crime, Behind, stuff like that. So yeah, and the song was just crazy because I had dropped maybe a closet freestyle. This was before I was in any studios or anything. And Sav had released his single, I think it was 990. So he was already making motion in Huntsville and Nashville, and he randomly DMs me a beat and was like, "Yo, you want to get on this?" So I'm like, "Yeah." And yeah, that's pretty much all that was.
Thank you so much for just your input. That was a really great interview.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Young Pun, what pushed you to start making music?
Honestly, I had a lot of friends around me. I have a few peers and stuff around me who started making music before me. So I would just always be in the studio and see them doing their thing and watching how they made music and just everything, just seeing how they made their music. And I've always freestyled my whole life, just come around, make random freestyles and stuff. So one day I was just sitting at my buddy's house and I saw the opportunity to take advantage of it and try to sit down and make a song. And I made a song, man. And that's what started it, really.
What is the purpose with the music? What messages are you delivering?
Really with my music, I'm a type of, I rap about my life and stuff, like pain. I'm a pain artist and everything. I would say I wouldn't call myself necessarily a rapper or anything. I'm really just trying to, at the end of the day, just put my voice out there, let my story be heard as it is. I like the storytelling stuff when I tell my music, when I express myself in my music and everything. So that's something that's one of my purposes. And the other purpose is just to have fun with it. I really enjoy having fun. It's a hobby to me. So at the end of the day, just being good at something, why not keep playing with it? You know what I'm saying? Why not keep going with it?
What are some of your biggest, who are some of your biggest influencers and favorite artists, maybe?
My biggest influencers, I would have to say, honestly, the people around me. You know what? I got a brother named Fred and Dalen, and they're really good artists, bro, and they make really good music. I have another brother named Lucas who makes really good music and stuff. So I'd have to say that my influencers are the people that I surround myself with and everything. If you want me to be completely honest. My favorite artists, they consist of plenty of artists. I love NBA Youngboy, the biggest fanatic out here. He's the best rapper ever. I like Juice WRLD. I like Lil Baby. I like all the the typical mainstream things. Then I can get to the flow where I like Halsey. I like when I hear girls sing and stuff. So like one of my favorite female artists is Halsey, like SZA and stuff.
How does your music affect your community or people close to you?
A lot of people know me and everything, and a lot of people don't know me. So at the end of the day, that means that when they do hear my music and stuff, at the end of the day, some people are surprised that I can get certain type of messages across or get out what I want to say, and it really brightens them. I can say my music around from the community and stuff. It's one of those artists that you want to always support. I will always be one of those artists that you just, at the end of the day, nobody can knock me for what I'm doing and everything. So I think it's impacting. I think it can make an impact to the community. I'm not necessarily making an impact to the community right now, but God willing, if he keeps letting me have fun with this hobby that I have, then at the end of the day, my impact could be phenomenal. I could come back to the states of North Carolina and put everything, make it way better out here. That's how I feel personally.
Really appreciate, spilling what you got.
While music may make you feel good on the inside, it's not always inspired by positivity on the outside.
In 2015, hip-hop artist Kendrick Lamar released a song titled Alright in his album To Pimp a Butterfly. This song was a message of hope to people of color after experiencing an increase in police brutality that claimed the lives of average citizens such as Freddie Gray, Philando Castile, and Sandra Bland.
This goes to show that negative experiences should not always shape your perspective on life, our futures, and those around us. Some way, somehow, we can still prevail.
This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the fucking matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black nigga trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they left him no platforms to explain it. He frustrated so he get faded. But deep down inside he know you can't fade him. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity meet preparation? I need some real nigga reparations. Or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you